Well deserved. Okay, so now we're going to begin, and get ready because this is new, okay? There you go, and we're going to begin the seminar, okay? Welcome to the Corvus Belli seminar, everyone, okay? You are gamers, you know how to play, so you know about reading rules and applying them to your actual game. So let's try this once more, okay? The protocol for this seminar is whenever you feel excited about something, you can clap and cheer. Clap and cheer. Whenever you feel like beginning a new army or game, you can snap your fingers. Whenever you listen to something that might sound like shameless corporate damage control speech, you can cut politely. Now that you know the rules, let's play them, okay? Look at this new Jotun.
Yeah.
There we go. Look at how the Feudum units look for Warcrow. And look at, from Corvus Belli, we would like to address the concern of the community regarding all kinds of recent issues. We would like to state that this was done due to logistical reasons and a part of the content process of improving the miniature game experience. Excellent, okay. Okay, you are here, okay? Gencon is happening right after the Interplanetario. You are receiving here the first copies of Son of the Dormant. You are here receiving the tags, the Jotun Iguana. You can buy here Vercana, which is an exclusive figure for events. You have tons of privileges just for being here. What is the next big event for Corvus Belli, for Infinity, and for the USA? There you go, Corvus Belli Craft. Because in Denver, Colorado, in just a few weeks from now, we were going to have an incredible 124 players Infinity tournament, hardcore gaming tournament, Infinity being played in the USA. Inside Spain, we call this the American Interplanetario, okay? Corvus Belli is heavily supporting an already existing satellite event that was going to come happening in Denver, Colorado, where there's a huge meta of Infinity, and we inject some steroids on it, okay? And we put a lot of support for them. They're going to have the craziest prize support you can even imagine, and I will go over there, and they are making things in a wonderful venue, the Curtis Hotel in Denver, Colorado, and we're going to have tons of tables, and Infinity is going to be the best celebration of Infinity in the USA, okay? It's going to be the first tournament of season 17, okay? So we're kicking off the season, the next Infinity Tournament System season at America at that specific event. So privileges for the USA. Clap your hands. Come on. Okay, and now we're going to show you something that might be very interesting for you. We're going to talk about Corvusphere, because the person who knows more about Corvusphere in the world right now is Connie, next to me. I'm going to pass the microphone to Connie. Connie.
Hello everyone, and thank you for coming. I need to stand up over here, or I can see it?
You do you.
Okay, Corvusphere. Maybe some of you have tried the OTN, the current OTN app for playing tournaments. Raise your hand, please. How many of you love the app?
I do.
Okay. Okay, let's gonna change that, okay? We are making a new app. It's currently in almost a beta state, and you will get everything for all our games in one single app. Okay? You will be able to manage your tournaments, your games, your armies, your custom missions, everything in there. Basically, it's a tournament event finder, filtered by country, region, game, because every game will be in there, Warcrow, Infinity, Hexadome, no matter what. And we'll cover both competitive and casual gaming, because we know that a lot of people is playing not competitive but casual. Making narrative games, making narrative tournaments, because you don't want to follow the IGF rules. We cover all of them in a single app, so you can manage every kind of tournament you can imagine, okay? Also, in the homepage, there's only one tournament because when I make the screenshot, we only had one, but you will have all the info at hand for every single tournament you are participating, you have participated. Even there will be news from Corvus Belli in the feed, so you will get everything in one single app, okay? Also, every tournament will have included the description of the missions for both Infinity and Warcrow. So while you're playing, you can basically check your results and also check how the mission is played. And every rule for Warcrow or Infinity will be on there, on the apps, by simply on your hand. Also, I think that a lot of people is claiming to do reporting your own games. It's clapping over there. You will be able to report your game, and the tournament organizers don't need to receive a ton of papers with everyone's results. The players must to report the result of their game, and the organizer will simply receive a push notification that, okay, those players have report their game. Everything's okay, let's continue with the tournament. So basically making the life easier for every tournament organizer for both Infinity and Warcrow.
Yeah.
Also, at launch, we will have the Warcrow official army app integrated in the same app.
Yeah.
Okay? It's pretty simple. You will get all the profiles for the army the faction you choose. You can take a look at them, you can add to your list, you can remove. Even on the little eye symbol, you can click on it and will show the full card. And you can share that full card everywhere, you can use everywhere, no matter what. And then you can create your list over there, you can save it. Even there's a button over there with like a trophy. You can send the list directly to a tournament from the same app. So everything in a single place.
Yeah.
Also, you can see that there is an icon over there like a paper, like a scroll. It's because you can create missions. You will be able to create missions. You will be able to create feeds for Warcrow and share with the community, because we want to everyone share their custom missions everywhere. And you can save other custom missions from other people. So, and then you can choose them in the tournament you are creating. So we want to, because we know that there is a lot of people over there that creates a lot of fantastic missions, a lot of wonderful custom missions over there, and we want to know that. Sorry, I'm trying to translate in my mind so quickly. We want to show to the people how amazing the Infinity and the Warcrow community is, basically. So that's for you guys.
We want your ideas. Please, all of them. You know, you guys are the best at telling us exactly what to do, and the more we listen to you, the more we actually take your data on and turn your missions into official missions eventually. So that's part of the plan.
Also, it's not shown here because I don't have any screenshot. After you complete a game, you will be able to write a battle report in there with photos, with everything. So you can share also the battle reports in the app. So we want for you to easy to create content for both Infinity and Warcrow, okay? And we are obviously open to improve the app the way we need everyone, because this app is made from scratch. We didn't take any of the old OTM things. No, we came from the ground, and we are making for you, basically. That's it. And open beta this summer, okay? Summer is still, okay, we have August and a part of September, summer. But we want to launch it properly, okay? Even being an open beta, there will be mistakes, there will be errors, but we want you to try it and tell us, okay, Corvus Belli, you need to fix that, you need to make that, we want that feature in there. So expect the announcement very soon, and we would love to hear what's your opinion on it. And I hope it becomes a super useful tool for every Infinity and Warcrow player. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, Tony!
Absolute sugar, absolute juice for you guys. Okay, moving on, next block. Infinity Hexadome Legends, previously known as Aristeia. This is the new incarnation of the board game based on Infinity Universe. You may already know about this because you are all hardcore veterans, okay? The game looks like this. You can get demos here at Gencon, and we are announcing it, we are communicating it, okay? It will arrive for next Gencon, okay? It's going to be huge because it's the new incarnation of a game that many people already know. It got big in Europe. There were many tournaments in Europe because it got critical mass in Europe. In fact, in Spain, there were people who get to know Infinity because they were playing Aristeia. There's a war game based on this. They find Infinity because of the success of Aristeia, and now we're bringing it back with a new incarnation, much more technical incarnation because it has benefited from all those tournaments in Spain and in Europe, and the language and the addressing and the rules are now thicker because they are addressing every single situation, and it's much more solid. We call it Infinity and Hexadome Legends because it's bringing legends back, okay? Because Maximus is coming back to the Hexadome, okay? Something that you should be aware of is that the previous Aristeia, okay, was happening in the past of Infinity, while Infinity Hexadome Legends happens in the present of Infinity. So Maximus is at war for a left somewhere else, and he has to rush, okay, to arrive at the Hexadome, change clothes, being sponsored by Mototronica, and jump in the Hexadome and fight, okay? He has a very stressful agenda, this guy, okay? If you can check Maximus' profile card here, you will notice certain tweaks, certain adjustments, certain improvements over him. His attack is now 3 dice, and he can push and stun the target if the target collides with the walls, because now pushing and displacing people towards a wall will create effects. That's new. He has no longer critical hit on his agility. That's a downgrade, okay? So adjustments known by experts of the game and the collective feedback of the community, okay? Moving on, Hexer. You cannot create a core boss for Hexadome without Hexer, okay? Lobby of Hater is one of the most meaningful characters in the final outcome of every match she has been in. One of the qualities of Aristeia was that the characters from the core boss were always relevant. Despite many expansions, the characters from the core boss were always powerful and relevant in the tournament scene. Maybe Abel left fall a little behind. But I know this from, I play this every Sunday for years. I mean, I love this game. So, very little tweaks for Hexer. It's almost like the same, okay? But now some of the stakes has changed, but the retro, okay, essential in this game, okay? If you play against Hexer, never kill her, blind her, okay? Gata, the countermeasure to Hexer in the core boss, because Gata can blind people easily. Gata is the scorer, jumps around. The miniature from the core box for Aristeia was hideous, very old, very badly cast in plastic. The new one, absolutely awesome, and is going to be produced in the quality plastic that really dominates today, because we have so much experience. Back in the day, the Aristeia core box was the first time we made plastic figures. Now we know the drill, and we know absolutely everything. Gata jumps over people, jumps over obstacles. She's a little weak, just 2 health points, but she will reach the scoring zone. Protect her and use her wisely, okay? Moving on, Miyamoto Musashi. But is this the original Miyamoto Musashi? He's not. In the present of Infinity, Aleph has created a new copy of Miyamoto Musashi to put in the Hexadome. So the real Musashi, the first original Musashi, is wandering around the human sphere with his blades fighting in war. This is a copy of that Musashi. In order to reflect that, the design has more cybernetic limbs and stuff like that because Ale has created a more artificial version of Musashi. How this translates into the game, no longer 4 wounds, has just 3. No longer can Nosen with endless repeated attacks if he makes it. Okay, that's how 2 different attacks. No longer infinite Katitachinu, it's very specific now. The wording and the vocabulary in the game has become more specific, more adjusted, okay? Is a downgrade to Musashi? Don't think about it, just play 2 battles at the event and he has killed so many people. Dangerous, kill him from the distance. Who is the countermeasure to Musashi? Big Box. Big Box is the one that has more range. This is a new character, okay? The previous 4 were legends, and these are newcomers. Big Box is a character from O12 that uses non-lethal ammunition and measures directed sound at enemies. His range for his attack is 2 to 5, so never get close to Miyamoto Musashi, get them from the distance. So this is a countermeasure in a certain way to Musashi. This guy uses directed sound and kind of has many cards involving music and stuff like that. It's super fun to play. Obake. Obake is the other tank of the box, okay? Instead of Maximus, you can play Obake. Obake is very meaningful in Final Icon because she can grab people from 1 hexagon of distance away. That makes her super annoying against the rival. Obake has Judgment of the Oni, Impure Shield, and Intimidating Presence. That thing, Intimidating Presence, and the ability that he has to approach the target or move away or push the target gives him a very, very dominating presence in the battlefield, believe me. Afara is from Hakisland, highly sponsored by the big pharma from Hakisland. He's the poster boy of pharmaceuticals. He's very handsome and very full of himself. Afara can go through walls, okay? Has the Nessim ability that allows him to go through walls and with certain guns can go through people. So in a certain way it's another scorer like Gata. And can poison people because Big Pharma is poisonous or, you know. Tangerine, and I love this character, that will be also good cosplay. Tangerine is a lovely character that is kind of a jack of all trades because she's a bit like her party. Has attack, has support abilities, and moves a lot, so she can also score. She shields all her allies easily, very easily, just 1 symbol over there. So she will be a lovely character to have in your team, and you can make a lot of combos with her and good synergies with your allies. We are right here announcing Hexadome, okay, the core box will arrive at some point, bringing 4 legends and 4 newcomers, and then during the year, expansion, bringing always 2 characters. One will always be a legend, comeback, classic character from Innisteria. The other one will be a newcomer. The profiles will be absolutely tested and studied in order to enhance the experience of playing the Hexadome. I absolutely declare here and say here officially that next year the first boxes of Hexadome will arrive to be sold, but I will organize the Hexadome tournament here at Gencon, and I put boxes and boards and miniatures for everyone who wants to sit at the table and play the tournament, okay? We are so confident that this is an incredibly bananas awesome game that everyone who tries it will buy it and organize tournaments and play it around because it's tournament solid like a rock. It's awesome and I love it so much that I'm going to put it on my backpack, absolutely. So Hexadome Legends, don't miss it, it's going to happen and it's going to blow your mind away. Big applause now. And now, allow us to reveal something special we've been saving for this moment. Something cute. Infinity and Racers, the card game, okay? We love the artistic direction of Realm Racers so much, and we see that the children love it and families love it so much that we made a very little cute filler game. It's a closed deck of cards that you can play and play Realm Racers with it, just with the relative position of every racer in the race. And little cards that are events, and you can play it. It's like a 10-minute game. It's super fun. You understand it in the first turn, and then it's just fun and fun and fun. We created more pilots and more remotes following the same artistic direction of the original Realm Racers board game because we love it so much. and it's super cute, okay? You have an Ariadna remote over there, okay? So we love it so much that we made this product, and it's going to be awesome, and I hope it entertains your inter between Infinity battles and a tournament, okay? Moving on. Corvus Belli, Warcrow, Cuervo de Guerra, and we can keep on adding languages to this title, okay, because everything is the same, okay. So, we have reached a point where we have 5 factions already being delivered in Warcrow, our baby that is making its first steps. Because we're pretty close to deliver all the figures for Northern Tribes and Hegemony of Embassy. We are delivering all the units for Xenian, and here at Gencon we have arrived with science on Yaldabaoth and Feudum, and they will every month after month receive more miniatures, more unit profiles in order to have a flexible army list, okay? We are building this game, this war game. It's in a very sweet moment right now, because if you get in this war game and you go to the first tournaments, everybody is learning how to deal with this, everybody is beginning to pull out the first competitive list, everybody is like understanding the game and the logic of the game, and we are reacting also to that feedback. And the best tool that we have for that is the Warcrow Tournament System Season 1, okay? All the experience that we have collected through these years by organizing the ITS is going to be applied to Warcrow. So we're releasing a tournament pack with an exclusive figure, with markers, with extras, with very nice things for putting together, and everybody who tries to make a tournament. Also, the meta of the tournaments will, and the results that we receive from the tournaments will be carefully analyzed, and will balance the game, because of the objectives of the tournaments that are very important, okay? So, look at this guy. This is Ismail. Ismail was a young boy in Warcrow Adventures, because Warcrow Adventures happened in the past of Warcrow, but now in the present, Ismail has gained a lot of confidence in himself, has become a powerful magician instead of a beginner one, and has become the 8th pillar. Okay, this is the actual 3D sculpt of Ismail, and today I can show you the painted figure that looks this awesome. And only for you now, nobody has seen this, but I'm going to show you the special card for being played as a mercenary in Warcrow of Ismail, the 8th pillar. Look at that. Okay, the 8th pillar. Target enemy units within 12 strikes. Receive 1 team, choose one of the target attacks and resolve the range attack of their value against another enemy within 10 strikes of the target. We lost line of sight between the spell's target and the other enemy unit. You can add 2, risk yourself to getting more teams for every 2 teams you have when you gather the stock roll. You have Blue Flames Butterfly, you have Blessings of the Task, and I Am Not Alone. Take pictures of this image and share it on the interwebs, because nobody has seen this before, okay? So this is the profile for Ismail, like a young man, a young adult Ismail, now they can make incredible magic on the Warcrow tables, okay? Moving on, okay? Yeah. Moving on, action packs. We are discontinuing the Winds from the North battle pack, and we are going to collect all the orcs, and also the Beyond Barons, the Barons from Beyond Winds of the North, and we will repack them in an action pack. This maneuver might sound familiar to you, because it's what we do with battle packs from Infinity, okay? The same will happen with the Hegemony. Okay, all the Hegemony figures from Winds of the North and all the Hegemony figures from Beyond Winds of the North repack in an action pack. Okay, if you like Winds from the North, you still have copies here at Gencon. Okay, but remember that it's going to be discontinued. Winds from the North comes with terrain and stuff, so maybe it's a good starting point for you. Let's talk about Feudum, the most recent faction in Warcrow right now. Okay, the next thing for Feudum will be the Guardian of the Monks. Okay, how do they look like? They look like this. Okay. Okay, how do we behave on the battlefield? Like this, okay. Pretty decent range attack, pretty decent close combat attack, pretty good defense, easily disarm the enemy, and they can shove the target away. Also, they have broken compass, okay, in a certain way. Every scout and ambusher units must deploy further than 12 strides from you, so it's have an exclusion zone in a certain way. And combative versatility, when you attack or are the target of an attack, the enemy unit cannot activate its switches. This is huge. This is huge. So, exclusion zone for the infiltrators and no switches for them. Cool. Okay, moving on. Feudal Commander, awesome design. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the miniature. Awesome miniature. Look at that. Come on. This comes in the officer pack for Feudon, and the other guy is the Feudon Magister, who is supposed to be a very old guy in an armor with lots of combat experience. Look at the miniature like that. Absolutely awesome. And now we have here Genevieve Countess of Seelen, a very important character from the fluff of Warcrow. This is kind of the Joan of Arc of Feudon, okay? And the miniature looks this impressive. Look at that. Come on, Corvus Belli, another Joan of Arc. How dare you? I have a surprise for you. Nobody has seen this. We put this together last night, Connie and myself, in order to have it for the seminar. Take the photo because it's going to be just a glimpse, okay? Boom! Jax and Elion from Warcrow Adventures. Now they have playable profile in Warcrow, okay? So Jax is a part, a very annoying part, okay? And he's always playing two songs. One is a blue song and another one is a red song. Whenever he's playing constantly the blue song, it brings support to your allies. Whenever he's playing the red song, brings evil stuff to the enemy, okay? And he has an eagle flying next to him, okay? Very annoying guy, okay? Everybody hates the barbs. Who hates barbs here? Raise your hand. I knew that. And moving on, and now is the moment for Ludivine Coven, one of the core box units from the Warcraft Adventure box, and playable for Feudon. This is a cleric, okay? Ludivine has an incredible unit profile. Look at that card, okay? She can make magic spells within her aura, and her aura can grow in a different way until reaching even 15 strides, which is huge, okay? She can make Pity of the Cellas and target all allied units within her aura, and the target's healed. And Explosion of the Light, which sounds a bit devastating, target all enemy units within your aura, the target receives the vulnerable on the sun state, and she can risk herself with black dice to get more tinge. Remember, tinge is bad for all the factions except Science of Yaldabaoth. For them it's cool, okay? Talking about these guys, okay, we have the husks, which were the most basic enemies in Warcraft Adventures. Now they're getting a box for Warcraft the Wargame, and this is very special because you have a corrupted zombie Sienan over there, you have the husk over there, you have a corrupted hegemony guy over there, and you have a corrupted Barank for the Northern Prize over there, okay? Many sculptors, José Pedrosa and Antonio Moreira, put together all these miniatures because they come from very different factions, okay? Moving on, the tutor. This is part of the officer pack for Science of Yaldabaoth. The design is this Eevee and hippie. It's giving me the heebie-jeebies, absolutely. And the 3D model is like this, okay? Sculpted by Javier Ureña, okay? One of the most talented sculptors ever. And this is the Master Mayele, a character that some people love or love to hate, okay? And this is how the 3D model actually looks like. There you go. Lovely stuff. Something special for you, something that nobody has seen. Check this out. Boom, Samara Lithium, Divergent, okay? Okay, this is like an angelic figure that belongs to the Science of Yaldabaoth and at some point gets heavily damaged because her design for Warcraft Adventure was in a one way, but then He suffered a lot of damage in one of the wings. Look at the final figure, look at that. One arm is corrupted and one wing is damaged, okay? Looks like this. Thank you, man. Yeah! Allow me to show something for the elves, for the CNN, the spirits, okay? In a certain way, these are elves similar to Una, the character from Warcrow Adventures, who also gets like, recovers some limbs with nature, okay? And they have some organic stuff going around, okay? These are the spirits. For CNN, for your elf army. Let me show you something. Let me show you something for hegemony of membership. This is the biggest miniature for hegemony. This is the war rig. Okay. Has like one pilot inside and one other flamethrower operator on top of it. Okay. This is a fantasy tag. Okay. And it's incredible. Take a look at the design, at the artwork. Let's take a look at the 3D model. Looks this awesome. And the last weekend before coming over to the USA, I was kicking the chair of the painter in order to have photos of the painted figure just for you guys. And I said, this is not enough. Take please a photo of the war rig next to an infinity tag to make everybody aware of the size of this thing.
Wow.
Right there next to the war rig is the cutter. If you already know, the cutter has a pretty decent size. It's reaching kind of the lower part of the chest of the war rig. So this figure, which is going to be cast in that bluish plastic that you like so much, plastic resin, is going to be huge. Okay, wanna know what this guy does on the battlefield? Because nobody knows yet. Okay, incredible attack in close combat, incredible defense. Flame Splitter, target enemy within 8 strides. Resolve a range attack with red and yellow against the targeted unit. Add 1 orange die to your attack for each troop in the target unit. Your attack gains the switch, cancel 1 shield from your target. Essentially, yeah, flamethrower. Okay. Apart from that, is armor. When any enemy unit declares an attack targeting you, the enemy unit receives the disarm state. So everybody who attacks this guy breaks his sword. Okay. And this is about to blow. When a troop in your unit is about to be taken out of combat, if you have a character join, they leave your unit, all units within 3 strides suffer 1 wound, okay? Because it's not an infinity tag. It's a kind of Renaissance medieval fantasy tag. So it's not perfect technology, okay? Get it? And we have something even bigger for the northern tribes. What is the response to this mechanical abomination? Magic. Allow me to introduce you to the rock troll. Okay. That kind of Venus de Willendorf that it has in the center, if you check it out, in the evoker that comes in Winds from the North, she has that little Venus hanging from her belt. With a magical spell, a lot of rocks gets put together and they conform an even bigger than the one rig figure, the rock troll. Okay. And it's even taller because of those rock spikes over there. So this is the biggest miniature for the northern tribes, okay? A magical rock abomination. This has been all the contents for Warcrow, and I hope you clap your fingers like crazy now. Okay, now let's go with Infinity and Fight, a game you all love and love to play, and you are so hooked with it, okay? It's addictive. Okay, allow me to introduce you to the Season 17 tournament pack, okay? That will kick off at the Cry, okay? This is the new look of the tournament pack, and you can see a little funny figure over there. This is the Sacha Treasure Hunters, okay? In the Infinity platform M5, they say that in planet Shinju, there's this new breed of treasure hunters that are walking through the toxic atmosphere of planet Shinju looking for xenotech stuff, for exotic technology, for exotic relics, okay? And these figures, these kind of heroes, become very popular in the media because they belong to almost no faction, they walk around and they find stuff, so they are a little like treasure hunters, tomb riders, with that kind of stuff. They got popular, and we're releasing here the artwork of the Sacha Treasure Hunters, okay? This is the look of the 3D model, and we are lucky, and we have the painted model here to take a look, okay? So whoever wins a season 17 tournament will get a pack, and we get the Sacha, the winner figure, okay? Does the Sacha have a unit profile? Yes, it has, and I have it here for you. Take a photo of this, nobody has seen this, okay? There you go, Sacha Xenotech Hunters, movement for 4, very average values, skills booty, total terrain, climbing class, weapons plus pulse, EM grenades plus 1 burst, stun pistol plus 1 burst, available for Castle Colonial Force, JSA Shield and Butai, US Ariadna, Torre Brigade, Invincible Army, and maybe something else, someone more, someone new, something that's coming. Okay, this is the unit profile, take the photo, moving on. Which is the first spot in the world where the Sacha will be delivered? Once again, the crack, okay? The crack is getting all the privileges, people. So go around, win the tournament. You just have to win the tournament, okay? Just go with your duels list, and you win the tournament against 120 players, 30 players in the USA, and you get the Sacha. Easy, easy. Okay, let me show you something that nobody has seen before. This is the Glyph Workers, or Hegemony Reporters. So in Corvus Belli we made a few worker figures. One of them was Magno, then we have a main worker, then we have a female worker, then we make a robot worker, and now we're making the alien worker, okay? Looks like this, and it's there to report the battles for the newly super cool looking, super friendly with humanity combined army, as you know. We're lucky and we have the painted figure here to show you. Glyph Worker, okay? Yeah, thank you. Moving on, and we have here the G-Way, the Forbidden Troops, the best Yuchin design in a long time, in my opinion. I love this design, I think it's on point. These were automatas, robots guarding the Forbidden City in Chutan, okay, where the Emperor is. And these were used to protect the Emperor and protect the Forbidden City, which not everybody is allowed to get into. Okay, what happens is that the Yuchin army considers them also suitable for exploring and being developed, being deployed in planet Shinju because of the toxic atmosphere. Obviously, if the planet is toxic, we will send these robots and they will make the job for us. But instead of being highly technological robots generic, no, they look very Chinese, which is the thing I like so much, okay? So, Jinwei, the Forbidden Troops, gather now. We have one with emitter, looking like that, look at that, lovely, lovely. And we have one with adhesive launcher, very useful, okay. Going with this in an expansion pack for Imperial Service, we will have the Imperial by one campaign, okay, with its panoply of weaponry. And the miniature looks like this with a submachine gun. When you put them together and just brush, just get some orange paint and just brush them a little bit, they look like this, okay? I was at home, I got a toothbrush, and I did it in orange paint, and that kind of result, like that, okay? Yeah, we have another view here. Let me show you also how the fake one, the Imperial Tactical Wing, looks like. This is the vehicle for Yuchin. This will be cast in plastic resin, as we do now with all the big miniatures. Look at this. Okay, this is the artwork, and this is the actual 3D render of the flying vehicle for Yuchin, for keeping people avoiding hiding in rooftops, okay? Moving on, and we will go now to Tunguska. Let me show you the Tunguska Triggerman. Okay, this unit goes with a little robot next to him. Okay, it's a robot similar to like the Spotbot from Atalanta. The presence of the robot justifies the improvements of the unit profile. The Triggerman looks like this, the arrow, lovely arrow by the way. And the 3D miniature with the multi-sniper rifle looks like this. And the actual robot with the K1 corner rifle looks like this. Moving on, we're still in Tunguska, and still in the Mafia motherships, we have the Switchers Grupa, which is this unit that chemically enhances herself, okay? And we have the previous version and the after enhancing version. The artwork by Yuan Ha looks like this, and the 3D model both before enhancement like this, and after enhancement like this. I got, yeah, thank you for that. I got a very big brush, okay, I dip it in a can of pen and we're like, and I got this, okay. Okay, moving on, and we're going to talk about Hack Islam now, because we have the Saved Aerial Unit. This is the actual operator of that manned drone, which is the vehicle for Hack Islam. This is the original concept design for the Saybeck, which was going to be a manned drone with like a helicopter thing going on. But during the sculpting phase, the creators have like a creative moment, and they decide to replace the helicopter thing by this kind of insect thing that we have seen and we love so much from other franchises, okay? And this is the actual look of the Saybeck operator, because she can get out of the vehicle and use the Spitfire, and this is the actual look of the vehicle. Because this is a vehicle, this is going to be a big miniature, it's going to be cast in plastic resin, the bluish plastic that everybody likes so much. Talking about big things that are going to be cast in bluish plastic resin, we're going to show you the Anaconda Mercenary Tag Squad. Okay, improved design, improved artwork, and look at this. Step aside, Scarface, I'm cooler. Okay. So, now, wow. Give me water. Dramatic pause, totally. M5 arrived. It came mostly with Kestrel Colonial Force and JSA Sinden Butai. Then we arrived also with Imperial Service. We gave you a roster of available armies with M5. Now M5 is out there. You have played. Infinity is more solid than ever. And now, because we couldn't handle all that much stuff, but now we're confident, we announce that we are bringing all.
Yeah. We're back, baby.
You realize, after listening to all of you and the experiences that you were having playing, that this is something that the community not only wanted but needed. And Corvus is a company that listens to its fans. So, you guys did this. So give yourselves a round of applause.
Varuna, Merovingia, Neoterra, Acontecimento, Caledonia, everything is coming back. It won't be tomorrow. It's going to take a few months from us, because we couldn't chew and swallow that much, but now we feel confident enough to do it. It's going to be a translation from the M4 armies to the M5 armies. It's not going to be a redesign. redesign and reevaluation of the whole status of the army will happen whenever we deliver, okay, new miniatures for those, okay? Something that at Adepticon we announced that next year will happen to US Ariadne, okay?
Yeah.
This is huge. This was not announced at the planetarium. This is big news. Take a photo, share it on your social media, make everyone aware of this, okay? And yes, it was because of you requested it so much, and we thought it had to happen, had to be executed. It's going to take a lot from the developers because you know how dense Infinity is, but it's going to happen. So thank you so much, community, to the community, okay? Because it's because of you, correct?
One thing I wanted to add is it's going to take a lot of work on the developers, but we were lucky enough to also have a lot of you guys work on some ideas, on some profiles to help us make the transition with us. So this is also happening thanks to our amazing workhorse. So again, thank your workhorse, thank yourselves for making this happen.
We continue with the seminar, and I would like Gabriel Mirror to stand up and come close to the microphone.
Yeah, Gabriel!
Because you know this guy maybe, but he sings wonderfully. He has a tremendous voice, and he's going to sing to you the Death Song.
Wow, that's heavier than I think it is. So we're excited to announce the next Infinity novel, Death Song, by yours truly. This novel takes place before Sand Trap, but after End Song. We have a group of JSA soldiers to include that beautiful cover art of Takeshi Neko Oyama and an Aragoto biker named Mizu behind him, heading back to Kurimori, the planet, the island nation on the planet of Shentang that they had to abandon during the uprising. So pay attention to even better, even nicer. So up next, we're gonna have a chance for you to pre-order it from Interstellar Gamez, owned by this beautiful gentleman over here. We are distributed through Simon & Schuster and the new Corvus Archives.
Yes, so we are going to start developing and cementing a series of novels continuously because we want to make the lore available for all of you guys. So we're announcing the Corvus Archives, which is going to be both for Warcrow and Infinity. And that's going to be a continuous project over the course of years. But if any of you have ideas for a book, you're more than welcome to submit them to us.
And that is literally why I'm standing up here. Because I opened my dumb mouth and said, hey, I have an idea. So if you pre-order this book through Interstellar Gamez, it'll come as a signed copy. And take a quick glance at this QR code. You will also get a chance to read a snippet from the first chapter. There are handouts that we'll give you at the end of the seminar that also has this on it. So hang around and grab one of those. And lore and stories are what make our games amazing. And so I'm excited to be a part of the team, and thank you everybody at Corvus for letting me join on board. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, Gabriel!
And just to clarify, because Carlos made me promise that I would do it, all of this is lore approved by Gutierrez. This is official CB canon.
Yeah!
Thank you.
Important point right there, because going through Gutierrez filter is something that some people still have scars from, okay? So coming soon, guys, yeah! Okay, Max has something to communicate to you. We're talking about the content creator incubator.
All right. So, obviously, I came into Corvus 4 months ago and immediately wanted to start changing a whole bunch of stuff because I'm a geek and they gave me too much power and I'm going to abuse it. So, nerf it. Nerf the Corvus, is that what you're saying? So, something that I realized when I came to this position is that we were contributing to a lot of content creators in order to get the brand out there, which has actually done a fantastic job for us. And we've continuously gotten Corvuses everywhere. There's a lot more videos being created, which is all fantastic. But the vast majority of these creators are not specific to Corvus Belli, or it's not what they mainly create. They usually go and make stuff for another brand, not to be named. So, yeah, I think you all know which one. But because of that, we thought it'd be a great idea to give our community the chance to start creating content. And obviously, you all are going to create content on your own, and it's going to be great, but we are going to be paying for content to be created anyway, so we might as well pay to help our own community create content and do everything we possibly can in order to foster that. So we're also accepting submissions for content creators. If you want to start a YouTube channel, podcast, if you want to do cosplay, if you want to do anything related to Corvus Belli, let us know. And we're going to go and accept a series of submissions, requests from you guys. Tell us what it is that you want to do, and we will help make it happen. Actually, we have that man right there, Steven. Stand up. I want to point him out because Steven has a little channel called Vanguard Tactics, and he has produced some content for that other company that shall not be named. But Steven really knows his shit. And so because of that, Steven's going to be working with us in the content creator incubator going forward. So when you join us, we will do everything that we possibly can in order to help you not just create content, but grow and scale your channel. And Steven is going to help us with that. He's helping consult on that. And we're going to try and do everything we possibly can to make sure that our content reaches better, higher levels over the course of time. So please submit your requests. We're going to give you guys a link in order to do that quite soon. And yeah, let's make some great stuff together, guys.
Okay, moving on. Let's get together.
I really needed that. Thank you, guys.
Oh, thank you, Tom.
I absolutely
Tom Shader,
way too
everyone.
much. Tom Shader, yes.
The voice of the Infinity Videos caring about the voice of the marketing director. We're a big family. In the club, we're all fans. And now, get ready for this. Okay, the next big thing, and the name is Next Wave. Okay, Next Wave is the brand new sectorial army for Combined Army. Okay, Next Wave, Unity, Protection, Evolution. Who are these guys? You already know who are these guys. This is the new sectorial army for Combined Army, composed of humans who joins Achilles and his new initiative of going with the Combined Army. They have lost they have lost faith in our human leaders, which are corrupt. which are full of absolutely untrustworthy people, and they decide, okay, if we want to move forward as a species, maybe the combined army is giving answers where the previous human leaders have just given us frustration, and sometimes even more frustration than usual. So Achilles, as you know, was one of the most controversial moves by Corvus Belli, because now he departs from Aleph and now is part of the combined army, and people are winning tournaments already with it. So Achilles founds this new sectorial army, which is going to fulfill the role of supervising the evolved intelligence in its alliance with humanity. And with Achilles, Dracios goes with him, Teucer goes with him, and we're going to show you now the line troopers, the light infantry for next wave. These are the harbingers, humans who willingly, voluntarily, not subsidized, humans who voluntarily join the Achilles army, okay? New mankind defense infantry. Yeah, voluntarily, You know how Infinity is written. Is Aleph evil? Is Aleph good? It depends on you, and depends on your view and the angle. Duality, guys, is difficult, okay? This is the artwork for the harbingers, okay? And the 3 figures that are going to come in the upcoming action pack of next wave look like this, okay? Nobody has seen this, just you. Okay, as you can see, they're carrying kind of such vasty weaponry, okay? And they have that kind of layers of armor similar to Kodali armor, okay? Moving on, and this is the heavy infantry, the iron-sized heavy mobile regiment. Heavy infantry with HMG, okay? Very basic stuff, okay? And the armor looks like this, by G1HA, okay? And the 3D model, very similar to the artwork, looks like this, okay? Not everything that is going to be part of this army is going to be human, not everything is going to be as conventional, okay? There will be a few surprises. One of them is the Tetraken's Steel Jaws. A biomechanical creature kind of like a dinosaur, alien dinosaur with a blade in its tail and a blade in its forehead and a weapon on its back. Okay.
We went with the most American design we could possibly think of.
Yeah. We have a design for a vehicle so everybody can sit and transport units, but had to be cancelled because of this creature, okay? So we can see here kind of like the cover of the upcoming action pack. And we are saving a few more surprises for the future, because this will be delivered as an action pack, okay, during this year. Because this year was loaded on stuff like Corvus Belli. We begin with an action pack for Siena and an action pack for Imperial Service. Then we arrive here at Gencon with an actual battle pack and a beyond battle pack for Warcrow. And before the year ends, probably at Essen during October, we will arrive with the next wave action pack, okay? Allowing everybody to have at least a playable list with the first arrival of the product and their small stuff waiting to be seen. Stuff that will impress you a lot. Okay, so something else. If someone can lower the lights of the room, please, because thank you so much. I will lower one a little. Too much. Okay, so no, it was okay. Nothing wrong. Blink and you will miss it. It's very short, but it's very meaningful, and it's something very important for us, and it's going to require a lot of investment in order to execute it. One more thing, here it comes.
It is Infinity, the video game.
Infinity, the video game. Obviously, currently in development, okay, they're making units, they're making the physics, they're making the environment, they're testing the special effects, they're testing the engine, but in the future you will see more. I'm not going to reveal that much. Probably we will have more videos like this and teasers and stuff coming on. If you see the screen for selecting your units, and everybody shows in 3D and moves around and then you change the equipment and the arms change and the holding equipment. It's like the army that you will use for Infinity, but in a video game showing the stuff actually, you know, it's like cheese in my hands, absolutely. Okay. So, yeah, big news, share it, spread the word, it's happening, it's not going to happen tomorrow. It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to try to bring the Infinity experience into a video game. But the Magari is awesome, guys. And I saw it in 3D moving and with lights and everything. Jeez in my hands. So, yeah. So now we jump to the Q&A. You can raise your hand, ask questions to everybody on the board here on the panel, and we will deflect them with skills in order to provide a less satisfying and revealing answer. Okay.
Before we move on to the Q&A, I want to communicate that Steven is going to be outside after the panel, and he's going to do his own little Q&A for content creators. So if you guys have any questions, I think most muscly geek in the place would be the person to point out at the end there. Go search him out and, yeah, ask him questions.
So raise your hand, we will bring no microphone, and you make your question.
Wait, one more thing. Yep. The Hexadome Tactics open beta is open now as well. We don't have a video right now, but we have Hexadome Tactics being developed as a full video game for everyone in here.
I'm going to jump on. Let's do it. Last year we guys showed Hexadome. How many were here last year? We showed the Hexadome go? Okay. So what they did is they actually improved Hexadome based on the beta feedback from last year, the people that have played it. Launched it this week. It just launched again. So any of you that want access to the free beta, or even want a code to get the game for free, come talk to Max afterwards, and he will get you taken care of for that. But that's available right now for you guys to go and play and check out, and let us know what you think of it too. Woo!
Okay, let's begin with the questions. Please raise your voice because I have bad hearing. Okay, so you with the mask over there, sir.
Is there any update on Paradise Lost, the TV show?
Okay, the question was, is there any new info on Paradise Lost, the upcoming animated TV show directed by Jay Oliva? And I'm going to deflect this question to Matt.
Go back, huh? All right.
No.
We still are showing it right now. We've got a few people, we can't talk about it. But it's good. So we will let you guys know as soon as we have an update on that. But everything that we've been doing, showing, the feedback has been tremendous. So keep making noise. If you guys want to see more of it, we watch you guys online talking about where's Paradise Lost. Those questions are great things for us to go into pictures with. Look at all the fans that want to see this. So go out there, help make some noise so we can get this thing on TV. Oh, on streaming. So no.
That was
Something that I can add to that.
Say no. Great. I'm learning from Master here.
Something that we can add to that is that the full first episode is fully done, okay, with voices, with music, with and fully finished animated. We still do not have an opening and a super happy song for the ending after a very dramatic ending, you know, like everybody dies and then a Japanese song like we will work hard on that in order to communicate that feeling of the 70s, okay, for everyone.
We're going to just take the music from K-pop Demon Hunters and we're going to put it in. Yeah.
Spoilers. Spoilers, man.
$1 million idea right there. Raise your hands, please. User over there, yeah.
Is Infinity Army going away with Corvusphere?
Raise your voice, please.
Is Infinity Army going to be going away with the new app coming out?
It's going to be sucked into the new Corvusphere app. We want to make everything dependent off of a single app. So, yes, it is going away in its current iteration. It's going to be better for this one.
And we will avoid it going away and not showing Corvusphere in a giant gap that everyone will complain of. We will try to make those coexist at some point, I guess. Don't worry about it, okay? You all at the end, so yeah.
How will you participate in the open beta for the app?
How will you participate in the open beta in the app? Well, we're going to have you guys send us an email. We're going to have you guys send us an email, and we'll post that actually after this seminar, that you guys can submit an email and send us an email, sorry, so that we can send you a code to participate in the open beta.
You, sir.
Can you guys talk about the developers for the video game at all, or?
Which one? Which of the 2 video games that are actually happening?
Not the Hexadome one you just announced. Can you guys
Oh, we can do that one too. Do you?
Yeah.
No.
So what Matt's saying is basically no.
Very reasonable, yeah.
Okay, let me handle it then.
More no's to come.
They're very professional people and very talented people. I can tell you that once Blizzard had the downfall and many talent flew away from Blizzard, one elite animator ended up in Infinity video game. That is better than saying no, right guys, okay? So, yeah, I know, because of a casual conversation, that one of the animators is a huge guy from Blizzard. But that is more saucy than saying no, guys. Okay, I will later.
Coach Tinge.
Yeah.
Yes, with the new tournament functionality coming for the app, I want to know for Warcrow, will it support for 2 lists for each for a tournament? I know currently there's a single list for tournaments, but there are some tournaments that may want to do 2 lists for submission.
Well, that's this kind of feedback that we want from you guys. I mean, that's easy to make it happen and ask for it. Okay, that's it.
So, yes.
Okay, now going to this side. You, sir.
So, with being able to make custom missions in the app, will it be based off of will there be templates, or will we be able to custom completely, or how is that essentially going to
Well, also the feedback from you will allow us to improve. Probably at the beginning it will be some text windows that we allow to put there. Probably the community will push further because they want to include something as awesome as Manhunt created by this guy over here, which is awesome. But careful with the thing that everything becomes official if you upload it to the app. That's not a statement that I want anyone to get out from here. It's fan-made stuff, can be community content created. If something becomes super popular and we think is balanced, might become official, but it's also a way of the community interacting with the app. Yeah.
So, mostly I was thinking because I know if instead of having to make it all from scratch, templates where it's you want your deployment.
Yes, that's the idea. That's the idea. Initially, it's not going to be released with that, but the idea is to make everything as few taps as possible in order to create something. So, how many of you guys work in software development? Let's see this. Yeah, I expected that. So, all of you guys, any ideas that you think that we should have? Also, email us. We're gonna put it after this. We're going to put in out a couple of emails, links, etc., for you guys to get in touch with us with. All of you lovely geeks, give us ideas. We'll take them and run with them. So,
You were there.
The new Hexadome Legends, how much backwards compatibility will it have?
Well, yeah, that's a question that I've been asking several times during this convention. You can bring your Aristeia figures to play in the Hexadome. You can even use your old board because the Hexadome stays the same regarding composition, at least the Corregidor Arena. But you will, the cards, dismiss them. The new cards are the ones that will be legal at Hexadome. You can reuse the figures, but only the figures of the characters we bring back. Okay, day one, Maximus, Gata, Musashi, Hexer. The expansions begin to arrive, and legends, classic characters, will come back. Whenever a legend comes back, oh, my figure from this guy, who's also playable in Infinity, can be used on the Hexadome, okay? So only the characters we bring back.
We're going to look at how many get brought back, what's going to actually happen in the long term. These are all things, I mean, Hexadome is still in development, so by the time we actually come around to closer to release, we'll have more definitive answers for you.
And no statement from this seminar about the 32 character roster completely coming back, okay? Especially Master of Puppets was an expansion that was great, but changed the meta of the game, so every single character of Aristeia, of Hexadome, is very different and very meaningful, and to keep the balance, you have to be very careful with them. So there you see some certain downgrades there with Musashi and with Maximus, certain little tweaks, but they make all the sense in the world, so because we have huge feedback from the previous game. You said over there.
As someone who's a fan of Combined Army for its non-human characters, can you tell me if there's anything new coming to Onyx?
As someone who is a fan of the Combined Army of its non-human characters, is something going to happen to Onyx? Just repeating for the camera. No, the next thing for the Combined Army, in the next season of the Combined Army receiving miniatures, is obviously going to be Next Wave, which is mostly composed by human units. But as you can see, there was a dinosaur there, okay? If you like that. And more surprises that we're saving for rating to be cast in huge plastic resin, okay? You will see that in the near future. Yes.
You had mentioned some of the player-made things can eventually become part of the tournament system. Will there be credit or incentives to those creators?
Yes.
The question was, in the Corvusphere, there will be incentives for the creators and for fan-made missions and mods for playing Infinity and Warcrow. And the answer has been yes.
Yes, we will. Thank you, Ross. I appreciate that. So, yes, I was thinking of how to formulate the answer here. So, all of that is still to be determined, and it'll be determined on a per situation basis. Eventually, when we do have, we need to figure out how we're doing things, right? And that's going to be based off of the level of commitment and content that's coming out of the community. And obviously, there's going to be some creators that just, they want to write an entire book and of missions, and that's something that we can totally discuss. We want to get you guys more involved in this process because the stuff that you come up with, people like Chad, Ironclad, take a stand up and take a bow with your bow. Gentlemen like that, and gentlemen even like Jay, who has, please stand up again, made Manhunt. That's what we would love to start really roping you guys in for, to make really awesome narrative content for Infinity, because frankly, Corvus says that all the time, we have created Infinity, the players know Infinity more than us, frankly. So, yeah.
Okay, you said with the, yes.
Given the Interplanetaria's recent Warcrow tournament results, why do you think that happened, and what are your plans to address it?
I'll take this one.
Okay, given the last Interplanetario tournament that has happened and the winner list that were both very similar lists from Hegemony, what are the Corvus Belli and Warcrow developers going to do about it?
I mean, The fact that the tournament had about 30 people in it and 10 of those were hegemony, that definitely made it so that it was a higher chance of them turning up in the top 2 slots. We also, the box that was out, Wins from the North, heavily favored, the fact that there was just a lot of hegemony out there, guys, and a lot of time for people to wrap their heads around how Darn works. So, is hegemony being looked at through a microscope right now, Corvus? Of course it is, because that also made us, blink a little bit. But after talking to the developers, they're pretty confident that there is balance, and we just need more data. This was the first tournament, guys. Give us a little bit more time. We'll work the kinks out, and with feedback from you all, again, we'll make it as balanced as Infinity.
And let me add something to that. The first tournament happened after a battle pack and plenty of units only for Northern Tribes and Hegemony being released. There was no flexibility of units for CNN. If you get the CNN right now in the Corvusphere, but you begin to make army lists, you may come up with 1 or 2 lists, okay, while the Hegemony and Northern Tribes still have flexibility. It's very early in order to ask for a more sophisticated result in a game that has just released a few factions. There was a guy playing with the Caps, there was a guy playing with CNN, but most of the guys, because of the state of the game and the amount of releases that is needed to fulfill a whole army in Warcrow, it's too early to ask someone for Feudum to show up in a tournament and win. It's not happening. It's the amount of units available right now to build a competitive list. By the end, by Gencon 2026 next year, everybody except Mount Haven will have reached that point already. Okay. So, the 2 winner army lists were very similar with a slight difference that will change in the future. But for adapting and balancing Warcrow, it's not going to be in the profiles, it's going to be in the WTS, the Warcrow tournament system, the objectives of the missions. That will balance the game, and we're not talking about changing the profiles.
Boss?
Yeah.
1 sec. So I have to leave in about 3 minutes. I'm going to answer 3 questions in 3 minutes. Hands. Go.
Is there any plans to release a patch or an update for the Warcrow Adventures app because it's getting in the way of time?
I understand that. We're still working on patching that, and there are going to be iterations of that. There's been an update over the last couple of months, so stay tuned. Next. Yes, sir.
Is there any plans for more narrative content for Warcrow?
Of course there is. Of course there is. Yes, more narrative content for the masses. Come on, quick. Next. You, sir.
Is there any certain content that you guys are trying to find or need out more than anything else?
Narrative content. Talk to that man. Next. No more hands. Great. Guys. Oh, wait. 2 more. Go.
Will you be reaching out to podcasters that created narrative content, such as the Now Bombs like White Noise?
Yes, we've already looped in content creators into the existing iteration of the Nest, and we're always keeping our eyes out for more content. Does that answer your question? Good. Next.
Why is Eugene the best faction?
Well, Eugene
I can
answer. So
I can answer that.
I can answer that too. There's 2 of us
Sorry,
here.
sorry. I might jump in and sorry to jump on your feet. Eugene is the faction because Eugene is truly number 1. Okay. We're so number 1 that we have 2 planets, and probably seeing you in the near future is going to become Eugene also. Forget about the other factions.
Eugene does whatever it takes to win. That's why it's the best faction. Guys, thank you very much. I gotta leave. Thank you for your coverage today. I'll see you all next time. Thank you so much, Gencon. We love you.
Oh, you still have more questions? Well, I was going to wrap it up here.
Answer them all.
Yeah. Okay. You, sir, over there.
So, 4 factions
No, I was talking to the guy in the back, sorry. Yeah.
Is there any plan to take the cards from adventures that aren't in the box you could buy and putting them on a site like Drive Through Cards or something so you can have them printed in good quality?
Corvusphere will do that for you, because when Corvusphere is available public, you can print them, you can make the list with them. Probably most of you using phones or using apps will just take a look at them instantly. So Corvusphere will have all the cards. That's it. Corvusphere will also allow us to know which are legal cards or which are banned tournament cards, stuff like that. Also in the future when we have so many. Yeah.
So for armies that are going to be returning to N5, are any of those going to get, are there plans for releases, or are they all going to be out cataloged to play?
The announcement here is that the Army app is going to contemplate them and being translated from N4 to N5. That's the announcement here. The big remake of Sectorial Army and stuff like that is another decision. It's in the realm of the toy value of the range, okay? We know now that those plans is US Ariana, which was not banned from M5, was in discussion. We keep it, but we knew that we were going to remake them at some point. Imperial Service we keep it, but just for a few months because we were going to remake it. It was in the plan, okay? That's it, yeah. So we have a little present for you. Gabriel Miller has been very generous and he's so confident on the quality of his work that he's going to give you all QR codes in order so you can read the chapter 1 of his novel, Dead Song. And Corvus Belli is so confident that you love Infinity and you love us so much that we're giving you Velcro patches.
New ones, exclusive ones, no old patches. So those are brand new patches. Because we know that you Americans, you love patches. Is that right? Or am I wrong?
But I need a big burrow patch.
I know.
Hey guys, thank you everybody for joining us on stream. Catch us on Interstellar Gamez. Be sure to read Gabriel's new book, Death Song. Again, if you pre-order that, you're going to get that signed. Have a great day here at San Diego Gencon.